Hello and good morning. Welcome to the Social Today Show. My name is Jonathan Pollinger of Intranet Future. Back after a break in Croatia, had a fantastic time with Sarah over there, and so that's part of the reason why I'm broadcasting on Wednesday rather than a Monday. Also, we had the bank holiday, and I was busy working in Cheltenham yesterday running a LinkedIn workshop. So just to change from the usual routine, having a break for a week and doing the show today on Wednesday. But back to normal from next week, where there will be a Monday show. So the Social Today show, all about the latest social media news that matters and how that can benefit you and your business. Really aiming this show at small business owners, social media people, marketing people and PR people. I hope to pass on a few tips related to the news and show you how you can use these tips and techniques in your role, basically to use social media for your advantage in your business. So without further ado, let's crack on and see what's been happening in the various social networks. So starting off with Facebook. Facebook have teamed up with Microsoft to lay a giant data cable across the Atlantic from America through to Spain, and this is going to enable fast traffic of data for both Microsoft and Facebook. And to give you an idea of the amount of data that they're going to be transferring, internet traffic they're going to be transferring, the speed will be 16 million times faster than your home broadband connection. 16 million times faster. So that's going to be some data cable that they're building there, and a terrific amount of internet traffic going through this. So ultimately, I guess for us as business people and users of social networks, particularly Facebook, it's going to mean that they are faster. Do jump in at any point with any questions that you've got, whether you're watching live or watching on the replay. Do welcome questions and comments. You can just key those in the box below. Next item from Facebook is a cheap ticket. They've basically, on the Eurostar, they basically teamed up with Eurostar, and Eurostar are offering a £25 ticket just for Facebook users. It's created a bit of controversy, with some people saying that it excludes older people, but not so sure about that. People don't have to take up the offer if they don't want to. Yeah, 25 quid. The catch is, or the trade-off is, that you're not quite sure what time that you leave for Paris or Brussels. You just have to specify AM or PM, and then go at fairly late notice. I'm just going to move to my blog now, which I'm going to use as notes to get through the rest of the news. And for a write-up for yourself, you can of course visit my blog at intranetfuture.com/blog, and you will see the latest social media news there, which you can read and catch up on if that's your preferred format. Also, you might be interested in signing up to my newsletter. Contains a roundup of social media news, a useful tip, a tool, and somebody useful for you to know. So please do sign up to that. It usually goes out on a Sunday evening before this show, which is usually on a Monday. More news from Facebook is that they are now going to start displaying ads outside of Facebook, which is standard at the moment. But the key here, the difference is to non-Facebook users. So previously, you might have seen ads displayed for yourself on other websites, perhaps related to your Facebook activity, but now this is going to be extended to non-Facebook users. So this is quite a big move by Facebook, and definitely an attempt to take on Google in that space, whose Google ads are very popular, obviously, on the web. And it also means it's an opportunity for businesses and marketers to get their ads out to a large number of people, basically everybody that's on the internet. So an opportunity there with Facebook extending their display of ads to non-Facebook users on the internet. I've now separated on the blog Facebook Messenger and Facebook Live, because these are sort of becoming important features of Facebook on their own right, and generally there is some news relating to both each week. So just got an example on the blog of Facebook bots, which I've talked about before. So these are sort of like automated customer service bots that make transactions easier for businesses. And there's an example from Skyscanner. It's a useful app or website, you might know it, to obtain cheap websites. And basically you can have a conversation over Messenger with a bot. Looks a bit like that. And the bot will respond to you. So you can, it'll prompt you to ask you what destination you're flying to, where you're flying from, what date, and so on. And then you can go on and book your ticket from there. So it's one of the first iterations of this new bot technology that is coming in on Messenger. So expect to see a lot more of that, and of course it might well be suitable for your business. Moving on to Facebook Live, big change here is that they now allow on this platform tool that I'm using right now, Facebook Live, coming to you via Facebook Live, they are allowing non-stop streaming. So this is kind of like a live webcam kind of thing. So I guess if you are own an aquarium or a zoo, you might want to have 24/7 coverage of the animals there. Could also be useful for events and that kind of thing. So continuous coverage now available on Facebook Live. Also a live broadcast map that's coming out, whereby you can see who's broadcasting where in the world, and also who's watching. So quite a good way of finding your Facebook Live videos. Instagram, a small bit of news in terms of closing something down. They're closing down today, actually, their feed API. So where you used to be able to display Instagram's feed, say on your website or on an app, that's no longer possible. LinkedIn is now providing free access to lynda.com. So they took over lynda.com website with a whole bunch of tutorials and training courses on there. And you can now access those courses for free if you are a premium member of LinkedIn. So definitely another good reason for considering premium membership on LinkedIn. I was running a LinkedIn workshop in Cheltenham yesterday, and as pointed out there, the main benefit of premium is InMail, where you can basically communicate to all 433 million people on LinkedIn just with a click of a button and typing out a message. So premium on LinkedIn, definitely something worth thinking about. They're also rolling out several new features around ads, being able to save targeted audiences and that kind of custom audiences and that kind of thing, which to be fair, Facebook has had for some time. Twitter, big change from Twitter over the last 2 weeks, in that they have announced that things like usernames in, I think it's in, is it just in replies? But basically the gist is that, usernames in replies, so not when you start off, but usernames in replies, photos, links, that kind of thing, GIFs and polls will not count towards the 140 character limit. So there was a rumour a while back that Twitter was dropping the 140 character limit. Of course, they would never do that, but they are certainly tinkering with that and playing with that. So it gives you more opportunity, more space on Twitter. And good for group conversations there. So I might want to start using Twitter more of a tool for bringing people into a conversation, as the usernames won't count when you've kicked the conversation off there. I'll be covering that and more on my advanced social media workshop for people working with social media and PR and marketing people in Cheltenham on the 9th of June. So that's coming up next week, next Thursday. So if you're interested in that, do let me know, and I will book you on. It's also a link on the blog post there on my website. Something worth considering if you really want to upskill your use of social media. Twitter have announced that everybody can now, it was selected people before, but everyone can now use their audience platform. This basically displays ads outside of Twitter to Twitter users. So another opportunity if you're advertising on Twitter. And they've also curtailed their development of the buy button. Now, I was quite looking forward to the buy button, and I thought this was going to be a big thing. Basically being able to buy directly from Twitter without leaving it, but they've dropped that. Other social media commentators have said that's a good thing because they can now focus, but actually I think they're missing a trick and possibly missing out on the next big thing. But time will tell. I would imagine. Here's a prediction. I would imagine that they will bring that back. They will revisit the buy button within a year or so, because it's just something. Social commerce is something that's coming and is something that's going to happen. Also, a bit of a rumor: they are testing a go live button, so you can basically press the go live button within Twitter for their Periscope service. So similar to this Facebook Live service that I'm using now. And will they roll that out to everybody? Time will tell. WhatsApp is now available as a desktop app on Mac and Windows. And finally, to finish off with my number of the week. Number of the week is 44. So that's the percentage of Americans who obtain their news from Facebook. Think about that. 44% of Americans obtain their news from Facebook. So it is becoming very much a news platform and a media service, as well as a social network. So that's it for now. Just to flag up a couple of other things. Don't forget the Laptop Friday events that are now running around the southwest. So we have Laptop Friday in Cheltenham. It's a co-working and networking event. Laptop Friday in Cardiff, and also more recently Malvern. Plus we have one in Stroud as well. So do come along to any of those events. Get in touch in the comments if you want more info, or just search for Laptop Friday on Facebook. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any further questions or comments, do tweet me at Intranet Future, and do tweet me at Intranet Future, and I will reply, or of course post in the comments below. Thanks very much, and back in a relatively few days, short space of time this time, because I will be back on Monday at the usual time of 8:45. So look forward to catching up with you then. Have a fantastic day, and see you again soon on social media. Bye for now.